Welcome to the Dunkin Music Lounge. My name is Garrett from Elvis Duran and the Z100 Morning Show. I'm excited because this room right here not only introduces you to music, but it gets you excited for being on the ground floor of amazing artists that have come through these doors, including Heather LaRose. Welcome to the Dunkin Music Lounge.
Hi, Garrett. Thanks so much for having me here today.
Well, so I know you currently live in LA, but family from New York.
Yes.
What's it like to be in this building in New York on a radio station you've probably heard from time to time? What's that like for you right now?
I grew up listening to Z100. I remember jamming out to Katy Perry. My mom is in the audience. I remember jamming out to Katy Perry and Taylor and all my influences growing up, listening to Z100 in the car, tapping on the steering wheel, dashboard and everything. And this is just such a beautiful full circle moment.
All right, so let's talk about just an array of things, including your songwriting abilities, too. I mean, being the youngest winner of a songwriting contest, I want to know what ghostwriting is. So let's start with the contest. What made you go enter a contest, first off? And obviously, you did very well. But was that your original passion of writing music?
I love storytelling. I began writing songs at a really young age. In first grade, I remember any creative writing opportunity that we had, I would use it as a way to write a song. So I remember in first grade standing up in front of the class, just singing a short little poem about out my window and all the trees out the window and everything. And that's where it all got started. But with the ghostwriting and everything, oh my goodness. So I've been working on that, and that's how I won the Songwriter Hall of Fame award. And
the youngest, may I say, too.
Yeah.
Is it kind of cool where you won? And by the way, you're the youngest to ever do it.
You know, it's very empowering. It really is, because I think a lot of times for young women in the industry, you're taught to pull yourself back. You're taught to be a little more quiet in the room. And while I do think listening is key and being able to pull those stories out of the artists that you're writing with is so important, it's really nice to be able to take a stand on the lyrics that you like, the melodies that you create, and being able to push those forward and being I think this is a really good idea. Let's keep going with it.
How many no's do you think you have heard? Have you heard more no's than yeses?
Always.
But up until recently?
I mean, I feel like I learned in music school the rule of 10%. You will get a yes 10% of the time. And it's the 90% no's.
Right.
And you kind of just have to muscle through those 90%. But the 10% makes it all so much worth it.
Well, you were talking about just creative writing growing up. So I would only assume that one of your favorite characters growing up was Cinderella.
Oh my goodness, yes. I really think Cinderella is a very underrated Disney princess.
How so?
She was the party girl. She didn't go out looking for the prince. She was just I've worked so hard. I just want one break. Let me put on a nice dress, go out with the girls. And she was shut down. And then the fairy godmother came in, spruced her up a little bit, went out, had an amazing night, lost some articles of clothing along the way, and still ended up with the prince in the end.
And you know what? It also speaks to getting one shot.
It does. It really does, and making that worth it.
But with it, what made you lean into the Cinderella story in creating your EP?
So I've always kind of resonated with that. I grew up in a middle-class family in Westchester, New York, and I went to a music school with a lot of very rich kids, and I was working at the school part-time while attending, and so it just kind of felt like that duality of deserving to be there and knowing that you're meant to be there, but then also having to hustle to stay there. And I just kind of really resonated with Cinderella, and then moving out to LA. Same exact thing. I had a TikTok go viral about my part-time nannying job and then going to the Grammys right after.
Right.
And it blew up, which was really, really cool.
Who were you nannying for? Was it anybody in the music industry?
No. And they also prefer, I have to blur out the children's face in the video and everything. So no, not even in the industry whatsoever. However, Scooter Braun was his soccer coach.
All right.
So it's really...
6 degrees of separation right there.
Yeah.
So obviously your EP is loosely based off of your story
Yes.
of making it out there too. So what about the other people that you're singing about too? Like, obviously you're not turning them into Prince Charming per se, or the evil stepsisters, but do those people in those songs realize that it's a self-titled type music about your story?
Yes, actually, The Boy Who Loser Behavior is about who we're going to play the song in a second.
Okay.
He actually commented when I first posted the song the day it came out. He was like, I was going to be really mad about this, but actually this song slaps.
The response you weren't expecting.
Yeah, but you know what a pleasant reaction.
But what a way to take it too, because you could be a jerk and just be like, I hate you, and how could you do this to me, and blah blah blah. But you take the nice guy approach. It kind of like
it works in your favor.
It
a little
works in your
bit.
favor
Yeah.
in all ways too.
Yeah, not a total frog.
So I know that you have you've played with the Killers, the 1975 Rachel Platten, who I believe is going to be here very you guys are going to be like swapping places like in a matter of like a day or two or whatever.
Oh, that's exciting.
Those type of artists, what advice do they give you, or do you soak in or pull from them that you can apply to yourself?
I think one thing that I learned from the Killers, Brandon Flowers, is such a sweetheart to whomever he meets and everything. And I think having the kindness show through every aspect of what you're doing is so crucial. I think what I learned from the 1975 is being able to have a good time on the road, but also killing it at the show. And with Rachel, I learned how your songs can mean something deeper and how you can use your lyrics to uplift one another.
And that's just from observing too. So it's
definitely.
So do you start applying that to things as you write and sit down
100%.
and be like, Brandon wouldn't do it this way, or Brandon would do it this way, or Rachel might add a little this or that to it.
Definitely. I really like taking in just the people who helped foster my creativity and being able to apply also like some of the sounds that they use too. I was just working on a few songs for the EP, and I pulled some like sounds that are like reminiscent of the Killers, definitely some 1975, a little bit of Rachel in there. So it's really cool to see how your influences really shape what you're currently working on and everything.
And with that too, in the world of social media, everybody is a judge per se on a singing contest. But what are some of the more creative playlists you have seen your music show up on?
Ooh, fans come up with great names.
I've seen.
Oh my gosh. Oh, some of them are really inappropriate though. Okay, I think one of my favorite ones, Mom, Plug Your Ears.
She can't. She's holding the phone with two hands. It's
oh
weird.
Man.
Someone plug her mom's ears, please.
Yeah.
Mom knows.
Yeah, there was one that Slutty Girls Cry Too. I thought was pretty funny. What else?
Do you get notifications like on your phone? Be like, oh, your song has been added to Slutty Girls Cry 2 playlist. Like, how does that work? Like, how do you come across that?
You have to look on your Spotify for Artists or Apple for Artists or YouTube Artists apps just to see like where it comes up. But that would be a great feature for anybody at those companies listening to actually notify the artists about like fans adding those songs to their playlist.
We probably just lost $1 billion, but it's okay. And with that too, where you're out and about scrolling on the internet, have you come across videos where your song's in a weird montage, someone shopping and like falling over? Like, have you come across anything where your music's featured on someone else's content? Yeah,
I have. There was been a few different clips sometimes of like my songs being featured in different things, but there's this one TikTok girl who's pretty famous. She has a makeup company. Oh man, I'm spacing out on her name, but she used one of my songs for her makeup company, and that in itself got the sound used like 15,000 times.
It's crazy how it works now,
Yes,
where it's
it
just
is.
All it takes is a couple songs and an upload somewhere in the world.
Yes.
And
it was one of the D'Amelios.
Oh, there we go.
The D'Amelio who has the makeup company.
All of them, including Dad.
Yes.
They all do. They all have the makeup. All right, so before we let you go and get into the music that we're all here for, so since we are in the Dunkin Music Lounge too, we get very deep and thought-provoking with a Dunkin question too. So are you a latte, coffee?
Okay, I'm a coffee spritz girl.
Coffee spritz.
Yes, so it's half coffee, half tonic water. And especially at Dunkin, I do love their blueberry coffee black, and then you add in a little bit of tonic. It's kind of like an espresso.
I would trademark that first one before Dunkin steals it, because I don't even think they have a coffee spritz. But with that, having the opportunity to drink your coffee spritz over a blueberry,
Yes.
Who would you sit down and just shoot the ish with and kind of pick their brain? Living, dead, fiction, nonfiction, cartoon, whoever. Like, who would you sit down and just talk about anything in life, not just music?
I think I would have to say Elvis Presley, because my grandmother, my Oma, moved to the United States to meet him.
Really?
Yeah.
Hope to marry him type?
I believe so. I think that was
Wow.
Oma's goal.
Was that Oma's goal?
So yes, that was Oma's goal. Well, baby.
So would you ask Elvis to be like, hey,
Do you think you're my grandfather?
yeah, or am I your granddaughter, or
Yes.
did you date my grandmother?
Well, there's a little mystery there, and that's all I'm able to say.
So it's one of those things we'll see in a movie or on Netflix special in the coming years. But so did she ever get to meet Elvis?
I believe so. I believe Oma got to meet Elvis, and her house is littered with paraphernalia too. She's definitely a stan.
I kind of wish this was like a real life situation so we can get to the bottom of this with Elvis and
Right?
and your grandmother. But that's interesting right there too. But do you think you got your music inspiration from grandma?
Oh, definitely. Both of my grandmothers, both on my mother's side and my father's side, very much encouraged me to sing. I remember my grandmother on my father's side, she would take care of me on Thursdays. And I remember sitting on her hip, and she would sing a song to me, and I'd tell her again, again, again. And it would be about 3 to 5 times, and then I would just sing the whole song back to her and have it memorized.
Who did that grandma come to the U.S. to try to date?
You know what? She was born here. She's a Bronx lady. Gladys.
Imagine she was trying to go after Elvis too, and
Oh my goodness. That
All right.
would have been crazy.
we gotta sit down for a family story one
We
day.
do. We
All
definitely
right.
do.
Heather LaRose, everyone. All right, so you're gonna get into some music right now. What are you
Yes.
hitting us with first?
First up is Loser Behavior.
All right, everyone, give it up for Heather.
After this, you might call me a bitch. When I thought I had butterflies, I think I was just sick. You were cute for a second, I'll admit. But February 14th, it just wasn't it. Spend your money and not your time. Keep your Bentley that you can drive. It's giving loser behavior. Fuck boy, no brainer. You can look me in the eyes and ignore all your DUIs. It's loser behavior. I won't see you later, 'cause we have no future. When you act like a loser, you'll lose her. I know just how much you hate your dad, and it broke your heart how he made your mom sad. History repeats itself with that, and now she hates the way that you treat me so bad. Spend your money and not your time. Keep your Bentley that you can drive. It's giving loser behavior. Fuck boy, no brainer. You can't look me in the eyes and ignore all your DUIs. It's loser behavior. I won't see you later, 'cause we have no future. When you act like a loser, you'll lose her. Make a promise, but it's a lie. Keep your Bentley that you can't drive. Talked you through those nights you cried. Why do you have to go and waste my time? It's giving loser behavior. Thank you. Thank you. Up next is the title track of my EP. It is called Party Girl Tears. Oh, these party girl tears. It's just smoke and lights I fear. So high, this view up here to see the sad, sad world. Bottles on the floor, are my feelings bottled up? When the weekend comes, that's when my friends, they call me up. So paint your smile on, you're too beautiful to cry. All my friends are in the bathroom, they're just waiting on the lines. Any little thing to numb all these feelings down. Telling me, do you feel better now? Oh, these party girl tears. It's just smoke and lights I fear. So high, this view up here to see the sad, sad world so clear. Oh, these party girl tears. It's just smoke and lights I fear. So high, this view up here to see the sad, sad world. My drink is super mixed to match the feelings I push down. I'm not the queen of hearts, but queen of clubs, I'll wear the crown. 'Cause everybody's hurting under the mask that they choose. So write another line and I'll sing one just for the blues. Oh, these party girl tears. It's just smoke and lights I fear. So high, this view up here to see the sad, sad world so clear. Oh, these party girl tears. It's just smoke and lights I fear. So high, this view up here to see the sad, sad world. You know they don't know you, they just wanna use you. Ain't that what you used to? Take, 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 what a pretty mess you made. Who puts the sad in Saturday? The people around you know they don't know you, they just wanna use you. Ain't that what you used to? Take, 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 what a pretty mess you made. Who puts the sad in Saturday? It's just smoke and lights. So high, this view up here to see the sad, sad world so clear. Oh, these party girl tears. It's just smoke and lights I fear. So high, this view up here to see the sad, sad world. To see the sad, sad world. These party girl tears. Also, I want to shout out my band, Jacques and Noah. This is our first time playing together, and we pulled it together yesterday, so yes. Thank you. This last song comes out in 2 weeks. It is the first track off of the EP, and I'm so excited to share it with you. This is our first time going to be playing it stripped down. My first time playing it stripped down ever. We premiered it on the main stage of Pride over the summer, and this song is called Starlet. We could roam the streets of LA, spend it up like it's payday, and every night's a party. Ooh. A collision of glitz and the glamour. You'll have to excuse my manners, 'cause I'm starstruck by that heavenly face. But look at you, so cinematic. You got me starting all these bad habits, and I promise I would be such a good girl for you. But I wanna be a starlet, oh, just up in Scarlet. You can catch me at the club singing how I just can't get enough. But I wanna be a starlet, oh boy, you got me started, yeah. Sipping on champagne when you say my name, I see it in the eyes. We could roam Hollywood Boulevard, spending money like superstars. But the one thing I can't buy, your love. Red lips soaking in the spotlight, living every moment as a highlight, causing all those headlines. Well, look at you, so cinematic. You got me starting all these bad habits, and I promised I would be such a good girl for you. But I wanna be a starlet, all dressed up in scarlet. You can catch me at the club singing how I just can't get enough. But I wanna be a starlet, oh boy, you got me started, yeah. Sipping on champagne when you say my name, I see it in lights. 'Cause I wanna be a Cause I wanna be a Be careful of my fragile heart. If you go away, it would tear me apart. I need to see you, I need to hold you, I wanna be yours. We could be brilliant, oh yes, but flawless. Let's be stars. 'Cause I wanna be a starlet, all dressed up in scarlet. You can catch me at the club singing